Perfume dupe culture has gotten way out of control. I mean, it seems like every single day we are seeing a new dupe for the MFK Baccarat Rouge 540, a new dupe for the Delina perfume, a new dupe for this, that, and the other thing. All of the luxury perfumes that we all know and love, they are constantly making dupes of. Now, believe me, I am all for the budget-friendly perfume community, okay? I am a budget-friendly perfume lover myself. Obviously, I love Dossier Perfumes. Dossier Perfumes has a plethora of affordable perfumes, and a lot of them are impression perfumes, that it is their impression of a luxury fragrance, a fragrance that we know and love. But at some point, a perfume company, a perfume brand has to actually create something. They have to be innovative. They have to do something new. And personally, I think that there's a lot of risks in the fact that 90% of the new perfumes that we see coming out today are all dupes. It is all smells like this, smells like that. Where are the new perfumes? Where are the new combos? Where are the new fragrances that people have never smelled before? The first issue I have with dupe culture, I mean, it might seem super trivial, but quite honestly, I feel like it waters down the impact that some of these high quality perfumes have. I mean, taking MFK Baccarat Rouge once again. That perfume is well known in the luxury community, in the elite community as the perfume. It is the perfume, right? But every single time a new dupe comes out for this perfume, a new dupe, a dupe for this, a dupe from this brand and that brand, every time a new dupe shows up on the scene, it lessens the impact that these very well-crafted, well-designed, classic, old brands have created. It waters down the impact that those fragrances and those brands have made. While we all might be a little bit annoyed sometimes with the price point of these luxury perfumes or how they sort of make us feel like, the uninvited ones, I also feel like there's a part of us that it's like we hold respect for those brands. We respect those brands, what those brands have done, what they have created, and what they represent, what they mean, right? They mean some level of success. They represent some level of distinguishment. They represent something that we desire to be, that most of us are aiming to be. And when a dupe perfume, a dupe fragrance is just showing up on the scene every other day, emulating these well-crafted old fragrances, I feel like it really just waters down the impact that these brands really do have. And it waters down the authority that these brands have, right? I mean, honestly, it's like I have the goal of I want to purchase the MFK Baccarat Rouge perfume, but why would I make that my goal if I could just buy a $10 one or a $50 one or, something like that? It might not be the same quality, but I guess it technically smells like it. It just waters down the impact that these brands have, which I think is really sad, especially when they are old, when they are timeless, when they are proven, and when they are the classic ones that, time and time again, they just prove themselves worthy of the price point. They are well crafted, well designed, intentional, and slowly made. Another risk that I think that honestly this toxic perfume dupe culture really just feeds into is the fact that we get some of the lowest quality perfumes known to man. They are quickly, designed, they are thrown together, they are, ran through factories and manufactured, on a budget. They just lack the quality, the care, and the attention that a perfume needs in order to be quality. I think that yes, budget-friendly perfumes. I mean, obviously, there are countless budget-friendly perfumes out there that it's like, this is a nice fragrance. Yeah, it's under $30 and this is a nice perfume. But I think that there's a lot of companies and a lot of brands that in order to keep up with dupe culture, they are rushing and they are rushing to create a fragrance. They are rushing to, oh, that's the trending perfume. I'm gonna make a dupe for that. And so I feel like there's a lot of brands out there that they have the means and the ability to develop high quality perfumes. But because they're in a hurry, because they're in a rush to just pump out as many dupes as possible, they create these garbage fragrances. Lattafa is one of those brands, in my personal opinion, and I'm planning on creating a whole video about Lattafa. But I've done a number of Lattafa reviews here on my channel, and I just recently uploaded a video about the Lattafa Eclair perfume where I'm talking all about how that perfume has changed while on my shelf, but more than that, how it just feels like brands like Lattafa are pumping out at such a fast rate. I mean, the rate that Lattafa comes out with new perfumes is insane. They are pumping out these perfumes in like a plethora of perfumes, and what ends up happening is that there's a bazillion inconsistencies. I mean, from bottle to bottle, from batch to batch, the consistency is just like not there. There is no consistency, no perfume smells the same, no batch smells the same, and on top of that, they're just poorly made. They are poorly made perfume that quickly seems to go bad on the shelf. And so what you end up getting is you're still spending money, but you're getting like such a low quality fragrance, it's not even funny. Again, I do think that there's a lot of budget-friendly perfumes out there that it's like, yeah, it's $25 and I could see this being a $50 perfume. But there are a lot of $50 perfumes out there, budget-friendly $50 perfumes out there that it's like, this is not worth $50 whatsoever. I've wasted my money. I've wasted my time. This is a horrible fragrance. There are so many perfumes out there that's what's happened because they're trying to be a dupe perfume. They're trying to be, they're trying to keep up with the perfume culture. So I really do think that when a perfume company is rushed to create these, new fragrances or these dupe fragrances, I mean, you just get a low quality fragrance. You just get a low quality perfume. Another reason why I'm honestly so against dupe culture is because I'm bored. I mean, I'm gonna be super honest with you. I am so bored. There are so many fragrances that it's like, oh yeah, it's a dupe for this, it's a dupe for this. I mean, when you look from brand to brand to brand, they have like the same dupes. They have the same exact dupes, every single company, whether it's, a niche brand, an indie brand, full on like big brand, an international brand, whatever it is. Every single webpage, the same exact dupes. The same exact dupes. Killian's Love Don't Be Shy. MFK Baccarat Rouge. Carolina Herrera Good Girl. All the different things. All the different ones that we see over and over and over and over again. And I'm bored. And even when they say, oh, well, we don't technically, we're not claiming that it smells like this, but it totally smells like this. It's like, where's the imagination? Where's the imagination? And that takes me back to my original statement, how these older brands, these luxury brands, these expensive brands, oh, they're coming out with new fragrances. They're coming out and having imagination and creating these very individualistic, unique fragrances for us to enjoy. But the dupe brands are not. And so they're just pumping out the same exact fragrances that we've smelled time and time again. There's nothing different. There's nothing new. It's just the same 10 smells over and over and over again at different price points and lower quality. And so I feel like, if you are wanting to keep people engaged, if you're wanting to keep people interested, if you're wanting to knock somebody off their feet, you need to come up with something new. I'm not the person that's like, oh, I want a food smelling perfume. Make me a perfume that smells like cereal. No, I don't want that. I want something that's beautiful, that's creative, that's crafted to smell different, to smell beautiful, to, meet the different fragrance, categories and the different families and stuff like that. I want fragrances that are different and unique. I mean, there's endless numbers of combinations that you could come up with. And I just feel like a lot of the dupe brands, the dupe culture brands, they don't have imagination. They come up with a really cool bottle design, they put the same formula that all the other dupe brands have used, and they market it. It just frustrates me endlessly because there's so many brands that it's like, oh, this is a new brand, I'll go check that out. You look at it and it's literally the same perfumes that all the other brands that I've already looked at have created. And so, yes, that is my soapbox. That is the soapbox I am writing on right now, is the fact that I'm so sorry, but dupe culture needs to like chill. I'm all for creating dupes here and there, right? I feel like there's some brands that they do it and they do it right. Personally, I feel like Dossier does it right in most cases. Not every case, but in most cases, Dossier is getting it right. But there's a lot of brands that it's like, this has been done. Why are you doing this? Why do you continue to create these perfumes when you obviously have the lab and you have the perfumers on your team that can create something like unique and different and unique to you, something that you're known for? That's my opinion on the perfume dupe culture that we are currently finding ourselves in, is that, it is just overload. It is overdone. It is so extreme and obnoxious. It's not even funny. And honestly, any perfume brand that's watching this, please create your own fragrances. Please. You have the tools at your disposal. You have the people, you have the minds, you have the brains to do it. Do it. Don't bore us to tears with the same perfume that we've already smelled, not just in the last 10 years, but for the last 50 or 60 years. A lot of the perfumes that they are creating dupes on, these are old fragrances, old fragrances. Again, MFK Baccarat Rouge, old fragrance. Chanel No. 5, old fragrance. Okay, these fragrances that it's like, this is just this has been done. Do something else. Do something else. Create something that is so you that, it's undeniable. So those are my thoughts on the current toxic dupe culture in the perfume industry. Let me know your thoughts down below. I feel like I've heard a lot more people complaining about dupe culture in the comments and just in general. And I feel like it's sort of one of those things that it was really hot and really popular and everybody was so excited about it, and now they're finally getting tired of it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, because I would be fascinated to know what you think of the perfume dupe culture. If you are all for it, or if you are listen, get a life, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you would like to watch that video that I mentioned about the Lattafa Eclair and how I changed my mind about the Lattafa Eclair perfume, then you should click this right here. This is the video. This is the one where I just unleash all of the opinions for you. So definitely check that out. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you oh so very much. And until we meet again, so long.